Bleachers shake, the air's alive. Under Friday skies we thrive. Small town roar, it cracks the night. Underneath these autumn lights, dreams are born and take their flight. Big plays, big hearts, Tennessee calls. Small town legends under the falls. The crisp headlines, but the passions fire. High school glory, our one desire. Bleachers shake, the air's alive. Under Friday skies we thrive. Small town roar, it cracks the night. Underneath these autumn lights, dreams are born and take their flight. Big plays, big hearts, Tennessee calls. Small town legends under the falls. The crisp headlines, but the passions fire. High school glory, our one desire. Bleachers shake, the air's alive. Under Friday skies we thrive. Small town roar, it cracks the night. Underneath these autumn lights, dreams are born and take their flight. Big plays, big hearts, Tennessee calls. Small town legends under the falls. The crisp headlines, but the passions fire. High school glory, our one desire.
Hey, and good evening. Welcome to another episode of Spot the Ball Podcast. I am your host, Vandy Chris. Once again, I'm joined by Brandon Ivey. He is Mr. Football Knowledge Extraordinaire from Greeneville, Tennessee. I'm also joined by Jay Henson, the radio play-by-play announcer for the Perry County Vikings. Tonight, we have a very special show. We're doing some interviews tonight. Brandon, can you go ahead and introduce who we got with us tonight?
Yes, sir. We got receiver DB from Greeneville High School, Zay Anderson, current Tennessee commit. Excited to see what he does in the future. We have the future of Green Devil football and Terran Clarity, the heir apparent. 8 picks, 7-8 touchdowns this year. Yeah, he's balling out this year. And then my son Laith Ivey plays defensive end and right guard on the offensive line. So it's solid group here.
Well, gentlemen, it's great to have you on here tonight. So I'm going to start this off with a softball question for all of you. I want each of you to take just a minute or two and introduce yourselves to the world. Tell everybody who you are, where you're from, and what you do.
Start with Zay.
First, my name is Zayden Anderson. I play at Greeneville, play receiver DB. Committed to UT for corner. And but that's all we gotta do.
Yeah.
My name is Terran Clarity. I play receiver and DB at Greeneville High School, and I'm a junior.
I'm Laith Ivey. I'm 51. Play right guard and DN. Play for Greeneville.
Okay. And we'll just open the floor up for questionings. Jay, you want to go first?
Zay, I know you committed to Tennessee. What's it like with with the way the recruiting is nowadays. I've actually got a brother-in-law that's being recruited too to kind of lower teams. But how is it to be, being given that opportunity of being committed to a school like Tennessee?
I mean, it's a great opportunity. Again, looks like at a big school like that. Just keep working and just getting back in the lab and stuff like that.
Okay.
Is Tennessee a place where you've always wanted to play? Like if you grew up a Tennessee fan?
Yeah, it's probably everybody's dreaming Tennessee going to UT and play football.
Okay.
That's awesome, man. I really hope you get to have that opportunity. That'd be great.
So,
The question I would have for each one of them, who on your team pushes you every single day to get better? Like if you could pick one player on your team, who would push you every single day to get better?
I mean, I would say him because like we do one-on-ones in practice, and we just go back and forth on the receiver and corner. We play both, so just be out there playing both. But I would say all of us like put each other in practice and stuff like that. The whole team like come together and put each other.
Caden Ball is a big one. That's our quarterback. He in the weight room all the time. He's lit, screaming, getting us right. So I definitely throw him up there. But we all kind of just push each other as a collective.
So I'm gonna ask. I'm terrible with names. I didn't catch your name. The one in the middle,
Taryn.
Yeah. I know you're a backup to Zay.
Well, they both start. They both start
Okay.
off. Yeah.
So you both start off. What's it like playing with an athlete of Zay's caliber? And how does that encourage you to get better every day through the process of seeing what he goes through to get where he's at?
He helps me with a lot of stuff. He keeps me going throughout the days whenever I'm having a bad day, and it's pretty good having him on my team. And yeah.
Okay. So I know I like to eat. I'm pretty sure Jay likes to eat. And if I had to guess, I think Brandon probably likes to eat
Yeah,
too.
you already know.
So I want all three of you to answer this question. The three of us are coming over to your house for supper. Are we eating in or dining out? And what's on the menu?
I ain't gonna lie, I'm probably just whipping up some sort of pasta. That's probably what I'm cooking up.
Okay.
There we go.
That works. Pasta's good. What about you, Zay?
I don't know. I don't really like eating in, but like probably just go out somewhere and eat, have a good time.
What's the go-to place?
Okay.
I
Do
would
you have
like
a specific place?
No, I don't got a like specific place. Just are we gonna Wingstop though?
There's not.
Yeah, Greenville don't have very many options. What about you, Terry?
Probably gonna eat in maybe like some spaghetti or something like that.
Yeah, spaghetti. All right.
Okay.
2 pastas, and he said Wingstop. Something about Wingstop a minute ago. Yeah.
Okay. I'm down for all three. I ain't even gonna lie. You
I
give
can
me
find
all three
something
and
to
I'm
work
eating.
out. So I'm good.
All right. So, if y'all had to pick a play or a moment this entire season that you would sticks out in your mind, what would it be?
I'll probably say that stop against Upperman on that like 4th down. Like just changed the game. It was the end of the game. We needed that stop. When a couple years before that, it was like the same like kind of situation, and they got the 1st down, and our season was over. But we changed it this year.
You've had a lot of big moments this year. I don't know if you guys got to see it, but they were playing Seymour, and he had like an ESPN highlight, one-handed behind, like reaching back. I'll have to send that clip to you guys. But anyway.
I think I did see that clip. It was on X/Twitter, whatever you want to call it. So, yeah, I think I've seen it.
I'll probably say the stop we had against AC last week when they were driving down the field trying to tie the game up.
Yes. So if you guys don't know, we'll talk about it later. But when Greeneville beat Anderson County this week, Taryn had the game-sealing interception to put the game away. So that was pretty cool.
Right.
Nice.
What you?
Probably say that a stop against or when Kane got that pick against Upperman, like at the end, I mean that really sealed it, and we just took a knee after that. But I'd probably say that it was nobody had us picked in that game, and it was just good to make a statement in that game.
Okay. So let's talk about future plans. We know Zay's going to Tennessee. Laith and Taryn, are either of you being recruited? And if so, can you tell us a little bit about who might be looking at you?
Yeah, I got one offer from a school up in Cincinnati. It's called Mount St. Joseph's, but I've been talking to some other coaches from like West Carolina and stuff like that.
Okay.
A couple schools have been texting me about game days and camp invites next year.
Okay. That's always good to get invited to those environments, ain't it?
Oh yeah. So a question I would have is if someone had never come to watch the Green Devils, it's a first game. Like, what about this team do you think separates y'all from? Maybe it's the Green Devil teams of the past. Maybe it's all other teams in the state. What do you think separates you guys? I have a feeling I know what the answer is because it's such a tight knit group.
Yeah.
But would you say it's the brotherhood
Yeah, I'd
aspect?
probably say that because we just grew up with each other and ball together since elementary school.
Yeah.
So the bond is really tight.
You say the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I've had the pleasure of watching these boys grow up together since they were 5-6 years old, playing pee wee ball, grass cutter ball, and everything. So I figured I knew the answer. I had to ask it though. So.
Right. So I know it's been a couple years, and I'm not going to take this into where we're going to get any kind of bulletin board stuff or anything of that nature, but it's been a couple years since Greeneville's gotten to this spot, the state semifinals, the Final Four, right? What does it mean to each of you to finally get over that hump that they haven't got over the past couple of years to get back to what the standard is at Greeneville?
I mean, like 2 years ago, we made it to the fourth round again, but we lost it in the fourth round that game. So we're just trying to get over this hump and make it to state this year.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like last week's win was joyful. I liked it a lot, but we gotta get focused and get over this week.
I think we're just trying to create our own destiny. Like it's a whole different team than it has been. And we're just trying to take it. Our whole thing, this whole playoff's been want to know every week. So just take that and just busting it every day in the weight room.
See, and I love that answer, create our own destiny, right? That's what you want to hear out of football players. We want to set our own standard, not live up to any other standard that's been set our own standard. I love that kind of answer. You got anything else, Jay?
Again, I'm like you. I don't want to create any bulletin board type stuff. But obviously, it's. I mean, me growing up in a smaller town than y'all, we're a basketball town, so it's a little bit different when it comes to what we look forward to and stuff. But for you guys, being football players and everything, and playing for a great tradition that Greeneville has, and now you're going up against Alcoa, who has just as good, if not one of the best traditions ever. Is how much respect do you have for a team like that?
You gotta have a lot of respect for that team. I don't think they lost a playoff match in I don't know how long, but everybody respects that team. But we gotta come in with a different mindset and practice hard all week, and then just play our best game.
Right. And another thing about it is, I believe the game's at Greeneville, correct?
Correct.
Okay. So I mean, obviously it's going to be high up there. I mean, it's going to be Zay, your last game at Greeneville, obviously, because if you win this, you're going to the state championship. So how important is it for you, playing your last game against a storied program like Alcoa and being at home, and hopefully, getting that win if you can?
I mean, it's great. playing your last game in Burley, just trying to make it a state. Just take it all in, and just give it all.
Definitely.
All right. So I think my last question would be, how do you, if you, it should be a two-parter, what legacy do you feel that this team and this group of seniors leave? And what advice would you give to next year's team coming up?
What was the first part of that question?
What legacy do you feel this team leaves?
I mean, like we said earlier, it's just the brotherhood that we have. It's unlike no other. Like we're around each other every day. We're hanging out even when football ain't going on. Like always just talking about football, and I just feel like I don't know. I just feel like it's a whole different team then, and obviously it's like if we go Spradlin's, like ever since he came in, like that'll be his first like going to stay as him as head coach, right? Yeah. So I feel like that's like a big thing with him. He's a great coach. He sets the standard for us, and I just feel like that's what's gonna lead us.
And my last question: how's the school environment like? That has been, obviously y'all are probably on Thanksgiving break, I'm guessing, or at least coming up to that point. Is school spirit at not an all-time high, but kind of like it used to be back when y'all were, comfortably coming to the semifinals all the time?
I mean,
you say?
Greeneville's a small town. Football is about all we got down here. So, I think it's about as high as it's ever been, and that I've seen in a while.
That's great.
Okay. So, I've only got two other questions. And the first one's kind of a deep. I want to ask you to think for a little bit, right? So, this goes to all three of you. You can take turns answering it. You just played the worst game you've ever played in your career. Laith, you've missed 5 blocks, gave up 6 sacks. Taryn, you've had 8 drops, allowed your opposing wide receiver to score 3 touchdowns. Zay, you've had 7 or 8 drops. You just couldn't get anything going personally. You're on a long bus ride home. It's 1 o'clock in the morning, and you want to quit playing football. Who's the one person in your phone that you're going to call to help you get your mind back right where it needs to be to get back after it on Monday morning?
That's deep. Chris, that's deep, bro. That's deep.
I'm calling my mom personally. I'm calling my mom.
Yeah, I'm calling my mom.
Yeah, either that or I'll call one of my cousins, Ajante or Emmanuel. They play in college at Chat and Mercer, so they probably get me back in the right mindset.
Okay. I love those answers. Mom's always got to be the one to call, right? It has to be. If not mom, then dad or brother or cousin. I love those answers. And last, before we let you guys get out of here and go play your Xbox games or PlayStations or whatever you're going to be doing this evening, this is a big week. For me and Jay, Tennessee Hate Week starts today. All respect, Zay, but it's Tennessee Hate Week.
I don't hate. I don't. I respect the program. There are some fans of Tennessee that I'm not a fan of. But the program itself and the players I do respect. So I will say that.
Right. I need all three of you to pick a winner. Vanderbilt 9-2, playing for a spot in the playoffs, coming up to Neyland Stadium to take on the Vols. Who do you got? Who's winning that game?
You already know my answer.
I was going to say, why aren't you even asking Zay? He's committed. He's not going to say anchor down.
Right.
You go there.
I got Tennessee.
Yeah, you got Tennessee. I'm gonna go Vandy.
Okay.
Probably here for Heisman.
There we go.
I respect it. I respect that.
If my opinion counts, I think Vandy goes 0-2 versus UTs this year. Oh,
There's only one UT in my book.
All right, well, fellas, I appreciate y'all being here today. Taryn, Laith, get it done Friday. We're all rooting for you, and appreciate y'all being here.
Sir.
Yeah.
Appreciate
I'll
y'all.
definitely be watching on that game. Definitely, you guys go out there and ball. That's all I gotta say.
Appreciate it, sir.
Yep.
Sir.
Thank you.
That was fun.
That wasn't.
Oh, I love getting to talk to young men like that on the verge of becoming adults, learning what their decision-making process is and what they value most in life. It always makes my heart warm to talk about stuff like that.
Well, especially when you get as deep as you did with talking about, all right, who we calling if I have 8 drops? I'm not calling nobody in my book.
I'm jumping.
I'm just gonna be sitting there. I'm turning my phone off.
I'm not even getting on that bus to go home.
My coach would have said, "Go home. Find another way to get home."
Yeah.
Right.
That's what he would have said.
But yeah, man, that's a special group, man. They watching them come up since they were 5-6 years old, just the growth that they've had, and just watching them mature over the years. It's been really special.
Yeah, I imagine it has. I was so disappointed. Of course, I'm on the computer on Friday nights. I'm pulling up NFHS. I'm pulling up high school Facebook pages, all kinds of stuff to watch these games.
Yeah.
And nobody carried Greeneville and Anderson County. It wasn't even on NFHS. I was so disappointed.
It was on Green Sports Media, local thing here in Greeneville on YouTube.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
It had a link to a website, and the website was a radio station. And I'm like, well, that ain't helping me none.
You talking about Coach T?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you get on there, and it's got the little green arrows where you can watch them and listen to them.
I've got to get the NFHS one off of us because we went away from it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We got rid of it. So now I'm trying to tell whoever's over it, even though I know it's Coach T from Lawrenceburg, but I try to tell them all the time. Like I send them emails like, hey, it needs to be this instead of this now because we don't have the other one. So yeah.
Right.
So you said Green what again?
Greens. Hold on. Let me make sure I'm telling you right. They're our local. They cover Greene County sports here in Greenville.
Okay, yeah.
So it's Green Sports Zone.
Green Sports Zone. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
With an E, I'm guessing.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Making sure.
Okay. I will know that going forward.
Yeah.
Because I really wanted to watch that game and it just wasn't on, and I'm stuck watching like Coalfield and Sale Creek, which wasn't much of a game.
I wasn't able to watch any football games, unfortunately. But Perry County had their first basketball game, so I had to broadcast that.
Yeah.
So,
but speaking of which, we can get in here and start talking about what we got coming up.
Mm-hmm.
I did it the cheap way. I didn't get the brackets this week. I just went with the semifinal games just like this.
Yeah.
We can talk about what happened in each class. Starting up there in Class A, I don't think it's any shock that South Pittsburgh and Coalfield are there. I was kind of surprised that South Pittsburgh handled Clay County as easily as they did. I thought if there was every year that Clay County might be competitive in that game, it would be this year, and sadly, that didn't happen.
I think that being at South Pittsburgh was kind of like what Brandon was talking about last week. That made a big difference. I think if it was in Baxter or Clay County, it would have been a whole lot different. So, but I'm just telling you that South Pittsburgh, I mean, that's 3 straight wins in the playoffs without giving up a point. So it just tells you how good they are.
So traveling to Coalfield, do you think that gives them a little bit of an advantage this year?
No. the way that South Pittsburgh had on Clay County, of course, Jaden Bunch is a heck of a running back, and they got some weapons down there. And they're a well-coached team. Offensive line's really good. But I just think South Pittsburgh is on a whole nother level this year, and they've proved it all throughout the playoffs, blanking everybody that stands in their way. And you know what? I would go so far as to say in this game that they blank them again.
It would not shock me.
Yep.
And that's what I'm looking for. I feel like their offense and defense is just too much. So I mean, I'm right there with Brandon. I don't think they'll have any problem with Coalfield unless refs get involved or something stupid like that happens. But other than that, I feel like they'll be fine.
So, and then in the other half, over on the western side, kind of a surprise here, a 7-5 Fayetteville gets to travel over to McKenzie.
Yeah.
Does Fayetteville have a chance?
With it being at McKenzie, I can't say no because Richland played with McKenzie. Of course, McKenzie, they did a lot of stuff that they haven't done, turnovers, penalties. They haven't had anybody that's really been there right there with them and talent-wise. Richland may not have had the talent necessarily, but they had more heart, and they were in that game the whole time. Their defense was really good. So you just got to tip your hat to Richland on that one. But McKenzie, the way Fayetteville took care of Middle College, and they went on the road to Dresden, I think they could play with McKenzie. But it being at McKenzie, I feel like McKenzie's got that. That's on me. I mean, that's a region team for me, which is crazy to think about. It's an hour and a half. But yeah, I feel like the Rebels just have too many weapons.
I agree with that. I think Fayetteville will make it interesting, probably first quarter, maybe going into the second. But I think Fayetteville's their Cinderella story comes to an end to the Rebels.
Yeah. And credit Fayetteville, what a run it's been for them. They started off the season, I think they were 0-3 at one point, and to go on the run that they've been on, all hats off to them for getting to this point. I don't think anybody expected it after the start of the season, but that's a really good football team down there. Hats off to them for getting to this point.
Definitely.
And then in 2A, Marion County at Eagleton. I think Eagleton's a little bit of a surprise being there, taking down Bledsoe County. I would be shocked if Marion doesn't win that. But the way Eagleton's playing and they're hosting, that might be a game worth watching this weekend.
To me, I think it comes down to Marion County's been here before. Eagleton is sort of an upstart program, so I think they have they may have jitters coming in, but I think it comes down to the experience of the Marion County team that's been there, done that. I think it's going to overwhelm not only talent wise, which Eagleton does have talent. I'm not saying they don't, but I expect Marion County to come out pretty handily in this one.
I'm with you, Brandon. I mean, I feel like overall talent wise, Marion County's got it. Now, I'm not going to say nothing, anything bad about Eagleton. I mean, I'm not an East Tennessee guy. I've never watched them, never heard of them until probably last year. But they have nothing to lose, honestly. I mean, with it being at home, I can see them, maybe hitting them in the mouth first. Now, I don't think they can hold, stay with them for 4 quarters. They might be able to, but I just think, they got it at home. They'll have the whole community there. I mean, I think they can play with them for a little bit, but I just feel like Marion County's got too much. I just think they got too many weapons too.
It's kind of like we spoke last week about Fayetteville playing with house money.
Correct.
Yep, house money.
Yep.
And then over in the West, I don't think it's any shock. Here we are again with Huntington and Millington, or Milan.
Millington.
got tongue-tied there for a second. But Huntington and Milan, here we are again. it seems like every year in 2A, those are the two schools you have to go through to get to the Blue Cross Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Being at Milan, you have to think they have the edge here.
I wouldn't say the edge because they're a walking distance from each other.
Fair.
I don't think there'd be too much home field advantage being that close to each other. But I think the difference here is going to be Jaden Pete. I seen him earlier referred to as playoff Pete. Man, he just gets it done in the big moments.
Yeah.
It's going to make or break Huntington whether they can make somebody else beat them, hone in. But it's another one of those teams. If you hone in on somebody from Huntington, they're going to beat you with somebody else. And if you hone in on Pete, Milan's got athletes all over the field, and it's kind of pick your poison. And I think Milan playing up in bigger classifications the past couple years makes a difference as well. So.
Yeah, with them going down, I mean that kind of spoiled Huntington a little bit. I think that ruffled some feathers up there. But I don't know. I just feel like Huntington. I've watched Milan once. I think when they played Decatur County Riverside, I watched them. Of course, that wasn't much of a game, but I got to watch a little bit of film on them. These two teams are very alike. Milan throws a little bit more, but they've got some playmakers. And like we said last week about Huntington, I mean, they got 3 legit guys: the quarterback, 2 running backs, and a wide receiver, so 4 guys. So I mean, this is gonna come down the wire, I think. I mean, I know the first time they played, I think obviously Milan won because they won the region. They're in the same region, but they were 1-2. But my gut is saying Huntington, but logistics and whatnot kind of goes with Milan. So I really feel like I really think Milan will get it done, but I'm not going to say Huntington will be blown out. It's going to come down to the last possession, in my opinion.
Fair enough.
And then we get down here in 3A, where we have 4 of the top 5 preseason picks. The only one missing was preseason number 1, Giles County.
Mm-hmm.
And they were taken out Friday night by Tyner.
Mm-hmm.
This Tyner-Gatlinburg-Pittman game, I think that's going to be epic. Gatlinburg-Pittman defense, up until Friday night, was averaging 7.7 points per game allowed. Can Tyner score enough points against that Gatlinburg-Pittman defense to maybe pull an upset there?
I don't know if that would be an upset. I know it is at Gatlinburg-Pittman. Of course, Tyner's a talented team. I mean, they went to Nashville Christian and gave them everything they wanted plus some. Made that an interesting game. I think it was scored up in like upper 40s, low 50s. But this Gatlinburg-Pittman team, man, like I picked against them last week. I picked Meigs County over them, and every time you pick against them, it seems to bite me. But I think the weapons they have and the defense that they have, give me GP. There's two Sevier County teams in the semifinals right now with them in Sevier County, and I think they're like, hey, it ain't just about Sevier County. We're doing something over here too. We got that Alcoa monkey off our back, into another division, so it's our time to shine.
Right. Yeah, I'm kind of with you. I mean, it's now that Alcoa's out of the way for Gatlinburg, I feel like Tyner and Giles County were like the main 2 teams I would be worried about if I were them, and they're not Alcoa, obviously. So with it being at Gatlinburg, I mean, I'm kind of with you, Brian. I don't think I can go with Tyner just because. I mean, they might blow them out. Who knows?
Yeah, it could.
But GP, they're playing really well. I'm like you last week. I had Meigs County. I had Meigs County winning state.
Yeah.
So, but I got to go with GP. That they're really doing a good job at home, and they're going to have even more motivation to go to the state championship against Tyner. So, I got to go with GP on that. But Tyner will keep it close, in my opinion.
Oh yeah.
And then the one that surprises nobody, Covington, traveling up to Martin to play Westview.
Mm-hmm.
Westview's handled them easily the last 3 or 4 games they've played them. They beat them twice last year. They've already beaten them once this year. Is there any chance at all for Covington to finally get over that hump, or is Westview just too talented?
I'll go with the latter. I think Westview is just too talented. Even though Covington always seems to have that running back that it absolutely has a stellar season.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to stop, but they've handled them pretty well. Like you said, 3 or 4 times in the past 2 years. I think they're about to make it another one. I think the Graham Simpson led Westview, Asa Barnes, and I forget the receiver's name. That just went off for them last game, but I think it's just too many weapons, too much talent.
Mm-hmm. And playing at home, playing on a college field on a weekly basis, it gives you so many advantages that other teams don't have. Mm-hmm. It's hard to pick against Westview in that one.
Yeah, I'm with Brandon. First time they played, it wasn't much. It wasn't even much of a game. Graham was out after the third quarter, so I just feel like Westview's got too many, kind of like the Huntington and Milan teams. I feel like they've got too. Or not them. I think like McKenzie, Westview's got way too many weapons. Covington, I think, will give them a good first quarter, maybe even second, but I just feel like Westview will just end up. The talent will overcome, and they'll have a field day in the second half, in my opinion.
Yeah.
No disrespect, by the way. I'm just saying.
Yeah, none at all. None at all.
Disrespect. It's an honor to get to this point.
You're not in the semifinals for no reason.
No, exactly.
So, and here we are, Class 4A. We've already mentioned it, Alcoa at Greeneville. And in a bit of a shocker, South Gibson pulled the upset Friday night over Springfield. Mm-hmm. They'll be traveling to downtown Nashville to play Pearl Cone.
Jefferson Street.
I think 4A is wide open.
Go ahead, Brian.
I'm gonna go last on this one.
Oh yeah, well yeah, good point. I'll start with West first. We had a couple of kids that played at South Gibson that moved here a few years ago. They were from here, moved there, came back. Anyway, so South Gibson is, they're newish. They're about a 10-year-old program, but they've been on the cusp of getting to this point a couple of times and never could, but now that they have, they beat a very talented Springfield team on the road in overtime. Mm-hmm. So you kind of you got to give them a little, or actually it wasn't on the road. I'm sorry, it was at home. I just feel like they have a lot of weapons too, but man, Pearl Cone, and by far the best name of all time, Funk, the quarterback for Pearl Cone. I just feel like they have too many skill position players that are very talented, and it being at Pearl Cone, literally right off of I-40 or I-65, whichever, right there that goes up Rosa Parks Boulevard. I feel like that is, that in the background, the backdrop of the city of Nashville. I think South Gibson's going to be like, I don't think we're in Medina anymore. So I feel like Pearl will have a good time with this one. And the Alcoa Greeneville game, man, I don't know. Because I was shocked Alcoa was in a ball game with Upperman, in my opinion. I was very shocked that was a game. They still won by 2 or 3 touchdowns, but it was a game there for a while. Greeneville, to me, after talking with Zay and Taryn and Lake, I feel like, man, I really feel like they've got too much going for them right now. Give me Greeneville. I don't care what anybody says. Give me Greeneville an upset. And I'm going to say the score right now. I'm going to say 49-47.
Ooh. So I've watched Pearl Cone run off, I think it's 8 straight wins now, maybe 9 straight. Started the year 0-4, but that was a brutal schedule they opened up the season with.
Yeah, 9.
They've won 9 straight. They're on a roll. I have to think that the only opportunity South Gibson has in this game is if it's raining and wet and muddy, just like it was Friday night against Springfield, where they had to grind out a come-from-behind win in the mud to beat that team. I think that's their only Oh, they have turf.
They have turf now. They got it put in this year.
Advantage Pearl Cone even in the weather then. I just don't see any way that South Gibson gets it done at the Firebirds' house.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? I'm calling it. Greeneville will take down Alcoa. We've seen Alcoa struggle at the end of the season with Anderson County, and they struggled with Upperman in the playoffs. I think Greeneville's just on a different level. That's not saying Alcoa is not there.
No.
I just think that they're running into some of these other schools that have been there and done that at this level in 4A. And it's kind of an eye-opener for them. So I'm going to take Greeneville to pull the win here at home.
Okay. All right, I'll start out west too, of course. So, man, the thing that worries me about South Gibson is that was a high emotional win that could get you beat the next week, even with the best of teams.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Pearl Cone having, even if it is a sloppy game, rainy and stuff like that, track speed translates to turf better than sloppy grass. So I will take Pearl Cone in that one. Hats off to South Gibson. Cinderella season for them. They're a newer-ish program. But shout out to them. They're out there making noise in 4A, and you're in the semifinals for a reason. And you knocked off a very, very talented Springfield team who I had going all the way to the state championship.
Yeah.
Shout out to y'all. Congratulations on the season. But I think Pearl Cone gets it done, and they will meet the winner of David and Goliath. And the defending 3A, 10-time defending 3A state champion. I think I'm not saying that the Alcoa players think this way. I'm not saying this now. I'm taking dad off, analysis only. These 4A teams aren't scared of the name on the front of the jersey.
No.
Okay.
Wouldn't think so.
They have ran roughshod over 3A for so many years. And you get up to 4A, yes, some teams are still going to look at them and be like, man, that's Alcoa. Yeah, of course. Greeneville, Anderson County, Pearl Cone's going to be one of those teams. Springfield would have been one of those teams. They're not going to look at the name and start shaking. I think it goes athlete for athlete. Big Hoss on the offensive line to Big Hoss on the offensive line. If they were mirror images of prolific quarterbacks in Caden Ball and Manu at Alcoa, they're so proficient in their offenses. They run the ball with great proficiency. They have athletes. Alcoa has Jameer Dean and Condis Cherry, and all those weapons are receiver. Greenville has Zay Anderson, Taryn Clarity, Cole Franklin. All across the board. You look at the offensive lines; they're almost a mirror image of each other. But I will never go against the Green Devils.
Going with a sweep on this, huh?
Yeah, give me David to take down Goliath.
Okay.
I think other than if they make the state championship, I feel like this is the best bet. This could be the best chance that Alcoa could get beat, in my opinion.
I agree.
So, and then we look at Class 5A. I think there's two teams here that are shocking to everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Shocked me.
Knoxville Halls and another 7-5 Centennial sitting here in the semifinals playing crosstown rival Page. Well, not even crosstown; they're just down the street from.
I was fixing to say they're like 2 miles away from each other.
Nobody expected either one of them to reach this point. Halls with the big win over Knoxville Central the other night. Who you got? I'll be honest. If it's not Page in Sevier County, I'm going to be extremely shocked.
I think if it's not Page, or if it's not Page in Sevier County, then other ones running roughshod over whoever doesn't get there.
Mm-hmm.
So I think Sevier County is going to be too much for Halls. Halls is talented. I mean, they got weapons and stuff, and they're gritty. And then Centennial and Page, man, Page is. I think there's levels, and I don't think that they're on Page's level.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so I'll take Sevier County and Page.
Yeah. I mean, I'm in the same boat. I didn't think Centennial would beat Henry County by 3 scores. But Centennial's got a really good running back. They've got some good weapons on offense. They've got good defense. I mean, they've gone to Memphis, won, went to Paris, won, even went up to Station Camp. They've been on the road all time. So now you get to just kind of take a nice little stroll across town, or not really across town, just a few blocks away to Page and get to play them. So, I mean, I feel like Page will get it done, but man, I feel like Centennial's on a hot streak right now, so I worry about them. But I got Page, and then you look at Sevier County and Halls. I know the Red Devils had a pretty good team a few years ago. I think they were a 1 or 2 seed, and we're in the top 10 in 5A. I really feel like Sevier County's being in Sevierville. I think that really contemplates them a little bit. But I got to say, I mean, me and Vandy Chris, we know Lincoln County pretty well. We've played them in basketball a few times and baseball, and seeing them play with Sevier County and Sevierville kind of opened my eyes a little bit. Mm-hmm. It really showed me that Lincoln County they were definitely for real this year, so I've definitely got to give them props. They busted their hind ends that game. They just came up a little short. But definitely, congrats to them, and hope for even better season next year. But I just feel like it'll be Sevierville and Page in the state championship, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. So we move on to 6A, and here's another one that surprisingly is in the Final Four. Blackman gets to travel right down the road again to take on their big rival Oakland, and over in the West we have probably what could ultimately have been a state championship game if they weren't in the same bracket.
Same side.
How shocked were you that Blackman just went into Maryville and dominated them the way they did?
Very. Blackman winning would have been one thing, but the way in which they went about it was a whole another deal. Maryville got Maryville.
Yes.
So hats off to Blackman. Unfortunately, you're going to run into Oakland, who has had your number for years since you've been in a football team, basically. So I'd have to lean Oakland in that one. Which Blackman, again, you're riding off of a win that nobody expected you to have. Nobody expected you to go into Maryville and dominate them the way you did. Are you coming off an emotional high on that, or are you going to get complacent? A lot of things could happen. Southwind Ravenwood. I don't know as much about Southwind as I do Ravenwood. Hopefully that's a good game, but I would have to lean Ravenwood in that one to meet Oakland in the state championship game.
Yeah, with Southwind and Ravenwood, Southwind's got the quarterback that's committed to Austin Peay. So, they've got some good athletes on that team. They just, went into Collierville and just dominated them. It wasn't even a game, really. The final score looked a little bit closer than normal, but overall, that wasn't even a game. Blackman's got one loss on the season, and that one loss was to Oakland at home. And they put up a goose egg. They lost 32-0. And that was week 7. And so they were 5-0 going in that game and got absolutely destroyed. So with this one being at Oakland now, I think they're on kind of like what you said, Brandon. They're kind of on a high. They overcame the rough ride to Maryville and playing in one of the biggest, if not the biggest, environment in Tennessee when it comes to tradition, besides Brentwood Academy and Alcoa probably. But a program that's won 17, 18 state titles, and so I really feel like, to me, Ravenwood to get it done against Southwind. I feel they got too much talent. Southwind's good, but that drive and going to Ravenwood, it's hard to play at Ravenwood. I got them. But I'm going to say that I feel like, to me, Oakland will win, but I'm going to be Lee Corso on this. It's going to be closer than the experts think, and I wouldn't be shocked if Blackman beat them, mainly because of what they did to Maryville last week. But I got Oakland.
So I'm going to start over in the West. That Southwind team, they're coming out of Memphis. If you know anything about Memphis high school football and Class 6A, it's a bloodbath down there. You don't know what you're getting from week to week in either region, 7 or 8. And for Southwind to be sitting right there where they're at, unbeaten, that tells me that they are absolutely loaded, which we knew that anyway. I have to think making that 3-hour drive over to East Franklin, Tennessee, is advantage Ravenwood. I think if they were to meet in Dixon or Jackson, I think that'd be a coin toss between the two. I think they're that evenly matched. But being that three and a half hour drive, you're leaving school at noon, trying to get up there, probably going to stop somewhere along the way to eat your lunch. It takes a lot out of a team. So I have to lean Ravenwood in that game, playing at home. If you've never been, that's an absolute environment to be at. I went there 2 years ago when Alcoa came over and played at Ravenwood. That environment is second to none in Middle Tennessee. It's going to be loud and obnoxious. I think Ravenwood gets it done at home. Over in Murfreesboro, I think Blackman has decided enough is enough. They've played second fiddle at Oakland for so long. I think they go into this game hungry. I think they go into this game wanting to prove a point to back up the point that they proved last week. Don't count us out because this team has handled this before. We're here to play football. I think Blackman pulls an upset at Oakland.
Hmm.
I'm going to say Ravenwood and Blackman in the state title.
I'm like you. I mean, I feel like, you know, I've said it for 2 weeks. I'm kind of like I'm with Brandon on it because of how, you know, they're playing with house money. You're not expected to be here. They were not expected to beat Maryville at Maryville, and now you go into Oakland where you got beat by 4 touchdowns plus a couple 2-point conversions. So that tells me that they're going to say, all right, that first game we played with each other was a fluke. We're going to show you what we really are. So I can see it happening. I'm not picking Blackman, but I'm with you, Chris, about that. And but kind of like, you know, with Brandon with house money and stuff, I feel like Blackman will stick around. I don't think it'll be a blowout.
Mm-hmm. And now we get to the fun part.
Oh, goody.
We got some state championship games to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
For 2 weeks.
For 2 weeks, yeah.
Yeah. So let's go with this first one. There may be some big news around this game. And it might not have anything to do with anything going on the field.
No.
Do you think there's any chance with the distractions with Jared Curtis and his recruitment that there's any way that USJ can get this done?
I don't think so.
No, because he kind of had all the question marks and everything this week too. And I mean, look what they did, 41-7 over Trinity Christian, who's a really good football team. And I don't think it'll matter. I mean, I think he's only worried about winning a state title and playing his third straight team out of Jackson, which all 3 of those schools are literally within a mile radius of each other. I don't see them. I don't see him having that distraction.
Okay. And I'm with you. I don't think the distraction will cause a problem. We saw what he did Friday night. This kid threw a bomb for a touchdown, and the very next play they had on offense, he trucked a linebacker and went 77 yards for. I mean, when I say he trucked him, he ducked his shoulder and ran him over.
Yeah, I mean,
went 77 yards for a touchdown. So I don't think it'll be a distraction. I'm not going to pick a winner yet.
Yeah, me either.
I just wanted to get some discussion going on these games because we got 2 weeks to pick our winner.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be an interesting one to follow to see where all that lands. Over here in Division 2A.
Oh, and sorry, Matt Overton. I didn't realize Maryville played at Blackman.
Oh, it was at Blackman?
It was at Blackman. Okay.
I didn't know that.
I thought it was at Maryville.
I did too.
Huh.
Okay. I stand corrected.
I apologize for that.
Yeah.
There was an interesting development in Division 2A this week.
A 49-3 development.
Yes.
Did anybody see the video?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Just making sure.
I've got the video. I thought about putting it on here tonight. I wanted to save it for next week.
Okay, we'll do that.
But I think a lesson might have been learned here. If you're a
Mm-hmm.
Hall of Fame coach, why are you letting parents videotape anything you're telling your team?
And that was outside. It wasn't like in the locker room or anything.
No, it was
outside.
on the field, outside, in their own stadium.
Yep.
A parent recording what the coach is telling the team.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I'm a Hall of Fame coach, I'm letting that happen.
I would have been mad. Me personally.
Yeah, for sure.
But then again, I'm also saying to
Well-
myself, why am I saying this outside?
Yeah.
That's more locker room, nobody around type talk, in my opinion. Nothing against Coach Rankin and what he's done for Alcoa and what he's doing at Boyd Buchanan and what he did at Riverdale. But to give, nowadays where everybody's got a phone and everybody wants to have a hype video and stuff, and they put that on there, you kind of have to sit there and go, crap, what did I do?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like he just had some brain fog there. He kind of got a little bit too hype about it and trying to motivate his guys more.
Yep.
And unfortunately, I think he motivated the wrong team.
Exactly. Is that something you would do, Brandon?
I'd
If you
never.
were a coach.
No. I mean, I'll say, but I mean, far be it from me to, all the state titles that man has, so, maybe he was just trying to get his guys fired up, get the belief build up in them. But man, that's, you never give the opposing team firepower.
No.
And shame on the parent for putting that out there. And
Right.
Bingo.
So
More on them than it is him,
yeah, exactly.
in my opinion.
It's really, the coach should be able to say, whatever he needs to get his players fired up, within, understanding.
Within reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but, for a parent to put that out there, I mean, it's.
So I don't think it's a shock that BJA is where they're at.
No,
I think it's a shock that it happened in the manner that it did.
I agree.
So we'll
And
pick our winner again. We'll pick our winners next week.
Yeah.
That's a really good Franklin Road Academy team they're playing.
Mm-hmm.
This could potentially be the best state championship out of all of them. And that's saying a lot considering over here in D2 3A, this is a game that's about 7 or 8 weeks late in happening.
Yep.
This is a game that was rained out earlier in the year, and neither school wanted to reschedule it. I think they made a wise decision because they knew, hey, we're going to be playing each other again. I don't want to leave anything on the field on tape for them to see.
We'll save it for the main event.
Yep.
Yeah, I think both teams we'll have more to talk about next week, but I just feel like this game is going to be pretty epic. I mean, both teams undefeated, 1-2 in Division 3, Division 2 3A, and with that being in Baylor's backyard, it's going to be more of a road game for Brentwood Academy.
Mm-hmm.
So that's definitely going to be a fun matchup there. I think you're right, Chris. I think FRA and BGA might be the best one overall, but this one might be right behind it.
Yeah.
I think this will be the most hyped.
Yes.
Yes. And credit Baylor, right?
Yes.
I haven't seen Brentwood Academy doing this, but if you follow Chattanooga football at all, McCauley and Baylor every year do hype videos for their ball games, and all of it's done by in-house by their own high school production teams.
Mm-hmm.
Credit Baylor,
Yeah.
because 3 years ago they were an afterthought in D2 3A, and to get back to this point where they're at today, I think is a credit to them. But I also wanted to shout out Engel Martin over at CPA.
Yes.
And the job that he did getting Christ Perez into the state semifinals in D2 3A. That team played a brutal schedule all year. And they answered the bell come playoff time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they have anything to hang their heads about.
Like I said, he has to be a, if not top 3, top 5 coach in the state.
Yeah.
No, every bit of it. I mean, he's right up there. He's right up there with Rankin.
Oh yeah.
And that's a huge step for them to come from 2A and move up to 3A and jump up a class, losing a lot of the players he did, and then jumping up the class. I think it was a huge move for them. and to get to the state semifinals, credit that bunch over there. I'm taking my hat off for them.
I would agree with Matt Overton in the comment section. DGG of Baylor may be the best player we've seen in Tennessee in a long, long time. I would say he's the number one player in the state of Tennessee, and I think he proved it this past week.
And we'll get to that.
Yeah.
We may have a surprise.
Mhm.
So every week we like to do a Player of the Week award. But we also go through a list of nominees. And this is kind of a collective effort here. We all three put in things that we've seen. Of course, I probably have a little bit more time to research this stuff than Brandon or Jay because, I'm sitting here at home recovering from having some hardware put in my neck, right? So I have all the time in the world to research this stuff. But it's a joint effort to point out these kids.
Yeah.
Typically, we only have 4 or 5, and then we name a Player of the Week. But we did something a little bit different this week. There were so many epic performances this week on Friday night. We decided we're going to give them all some love.
Mhm.
So with that, let's start out with our Player of the Week nominations. We'll go with Sean Macklin, running back, Covington High School. 304 rushing yards and 4 touchdowns. And I'll let you guys we'll take turns and reading off the graphic if you guys don't mind.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So our next one, I'll
Jaden.
let Jay take that one.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Jaden Pete, I'm guessing. I'm hoping.
Yeah.
Jaden Pete, running back from Milan High School. He had 287 rushing yards and 4 touchdowns.
Yeah, if he keeps running like that, I'll call him whatever he wants me to call him.
I don't care. It might be Pete, I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's Pete.
I think it is too.
All right, Jaden Bunch, 22 rushes, 266 yards, 5 touchdowns on the ground, and 1 receiving touchdown for the Cofield. Is that Yellow Jackets?
Yes.
Yeah, Cofield Yellow Jackets, and that kid has had a dominant year too. He set the single season record for Cofield for rushing for the season too as well.
Very nice.
So I'll take the next one. That would be Mr. Miles Brown. He's a wide receiver, defensive back. Plays for the Martin Westview Chargers. He had 4 catches, 108 yards. He also had 1 interception. And while playing both ways, allowed 0 catches defensively. He had a nice game.
Yeah. I mean, if you don't, you're playing both sides and you're having to, you're trying to get open on one side of the ball and the other one, you're trying not to let the other one catch it. That guy's got a lot of stamina. So, that shows you something right there.
Yep. And we'll go back to Jay for the next one.
All right. Mr. Cam Greer, a linebacker from Coalfield for the Yellow Jackets. He had 11 tackles, 3 solo tackles, 1.5 tackles for loss, 6 PATs, and 1 punt. So he plays defense and special teams. I like it.
And he's the kicker.
Yeah, 6 for 6. Wow.
How dare you, Cofield, for punting that one time and making him do that?
Right. But a lot of times we focus on the offensive numbers.
Correct.
I thought it was great to get a defensive player in here for a change.
Oh,
and
yeah.
special teams.
Yep. All
Back
right.
to Brandon.
Zayden Humphrey, quarterback, Marion County High School, 3 rushing touchdowns, 1 passing touchdown, 1 interception, and a return touchdown. They got their quarterback returning kicks.
That sounds like Perry County in 2010 with Jacob Tucker. He kicked, he punted, he ran the ball, threw the ball, and came back and did punt and kickoff returns.
Wow.
That sounds about like him right there. That's hilarious. But great job, Hunt, for Zayden on that. That's
good
great.
job.
Yep. And I'll take this next one. We talked about Southwind over there in 6A.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Kelvin Perkins, the quarterback at Southwind High School.
Austin P. commit.
260 yards passing, 4 passing touchdowns. 220 yards rushing, another 2 touchdowns. This young man had 480 total yards offensively and 6 touchdowns. And just to give you an idea, he was a finalist for what we call the Titan Award this week.
Wow.
And when you see the Titan Award, you'll understand just how close this competition was this week. Let me go ahead and take this off, and let's throw our Titan Award winner up here this week.
Yeah.
No, for sure.
None other than David Gabriel Georges, running back, Baylor High School, against McCallie, 32 carries, 431 yards, 7 touchdowns. So for me, and I'll let you two discuss this too, for me, the deciding factor between him and Perkins is the level of competition, right?
Oh, for sure.
These aren't numbers that you put up against McCallie High School ever.
No.
That is eye-popping.
So I was watching this movie one time. You guys may know it. It's called Friday Night Lights.
Oh, yeah.
And, the scene where, look at him. He can run. He can pass. He can kick the football. And he'll fill up the Gatorade cooler for you and give you That's what this is.
And walk your dog, too.
Yeah. So, that's stunning performance, man. 431 yards against a McCallie team. Nobody does that to McCallie.
I mean, McCallie's got they're kind of them. All these teams in 3A in the Division 2, 3A are, IMG Academy worthy top teams. Like, they are that good, and for him to just go off like that just shows you how good this guy is. So, I mean, congrats to him on that. Definitely,
For sure, well deserved.
Well-deserved honor for him. I think it goes without saying that that's the reason he's ranked as the number. There's a lot of debate right now between him and another running back, I can't think of his name, of who the number 1 running back nationally is in the class of 27. My personal opinion, I think DGG is the number 1 guy. Some outlets have him as number 1. Some outlets have the other guy as number 1. But you see in his performance week to week why that is.
Yeah. I mean, he has this mix of, everything you really want in a running back. He has, the stature, the vision, the power, the leg drive, all the things that you want. He even though he is the highly touted player he's not going to go down first contact.
Oh no.
He's risking it. So, shout out to that kid. That's
definitely.
That's a coach's dream. Hey, I think I'll just give him the ball. That's the play call.
Yeah. I think that was the play call the other night.
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like to me.
It was interesting. I pulled that game up for a little bit and watched the opening kick and the first possession of both teams. He had 2 carries for 66 yards and a touchdown on the opening series. That's just, again, you don't do that against McCallie. You just don't. There's a reason McCallie has won 5 state titles in the last 10 years at that level. They're that good. So I like this comment here. I don't see how anyone is better than him. It's crazy. He could win 3 Mr. Footballs in D2 3A if he stays healthy next year.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to speak that into existence. But 3 Mr. Footballs, I don't know that that's ever been done, has it?
No, I think. Well, let me check real quick. I was just looking that up. No player has ever won Mr. Football 3 times. There have been 5 players win it twice. The notable players: Deshaun Bishop, Eric Gray from Lausanne, Kate Ballard, Greeneville High, Ty Chandler, Montgomery Bell, and Dallin Hayden at Christian Brothers.
I remember Cade Ballard went on to play at Army, correct?
Yes, he did.
Yes, he did. But yeah, that would be incredible if he does that. But other than that, I don't have anything else for this week. Do you guys have anything else you want to bring up?
Oh man, great slate of games again this week. Can't wait to see some of the scores. You guys will know where my eyes will be glued at on Friday night in Burley Stadium over here in Greeneville, Tennessee. But ultimately, win or lose any team here, just pray for the safety of the players. May they have a good game, good sportsmanship, and lay it out on the field, boys. It's go time.
All we can do. Hopefully, if our predictions come true, I would love to have those three guys back on next week so we could talk a little bit more and not have to worry about bulletin board material.
Yeah.
And it would be fun to get their perspective after the game of what it was like to go against a team like that.
Yeah.
We'll leave that up to
Them.
if they want to come back on or not. But I appreciate you guys bringing them on. Like I said, when I started this, I had no idea where it was going to go, what it was going to look like. If anybody in the chat has any ideas what we can do to make it better or what you'd like to see out of us doing this, I think we're all open to ideas.
Mm-hmm.
But this is for the student athletes. They deserve to get media coverage that is severely lacking in this state. So if you have any ideas, just reach out to us. You can message Spot the Ball Podcast on Facebook. And we'll take a look at it and see what it is. But for now, until next week when we cover the semifinal games and preview the state championships, I'm Vandy Chris, and if all minds are clear, I'm going to go ahead and hit the end stream.
All right. Have a good week, boys. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy
Happy Thanksgiving. Eat some good food this week, guys.
Definitely.